consider this video very obviously true. First of all, let's put it in its context. It's 2020. The right wing and the left wing are both making fanatical pushes for social norms. They're screening out what is left of black heroes, and when I die, they will be definitively gone. Okay? Let's not get that part twisted. This is key. After all they've done to black people around the world, even now, every 6 seconds or so, it is said that a child starves to death. And they're disproportionately colored people, especially black people. There is no excuse for them pretending that the wicked aren't inheriting the earth. Waves of colonialism and neocolonialism has made it so that even white people on the left call it the white male patriarchy. Okay? The part they leave out is it is a gender-neutral patriarchy that is part of the right-left paradigm. These are the guys that control the right-left paradigm. They're governing class families. Some of them lean right, some lean left. Some have children that are both. And they all work together using politics as a ruse to make sure that they control the money and the attractive females who look up eugenics. So this video is about the miracle, my raw cell. My raw call. I'm Ra, meaning God, call. Alpha, not the sage, scribe, magic card, tarot, fraternity, Mason interpretation of Ra, not the Eurocentric science departments from these racist schools, Yale, Stanford, Harvard, Oxford, that go back, that have a long history of scientific racism and twisting black history, but the martial art order definition of Ra. It was the warrior tribes that united Egypt with the warrior emphasis. That's why they're called that, and not the scientists. Are they called the scientific pharaohs? No. They are called the warrior pharaohs. Did Ramses depict himself doing a science experiment? No. He depicted himself as a warrior, like in the Battle of Kadesh. It's straightforward. There's no other way it could be. So first of all, my uncle, whose burial was in 2010, about a year after I began my videos, he dies under suspicious circumstances. The government can play off with plausible deniability, but he was a lawyer. He was very good at what he does. He was a prosecutor, okay? Look at how he looks. He's not a gay guy. My family is not gay, okay? They do something to stain my lips. That's not me, that's them, okay? Nothing gay about this picture. He's a big Nigerian guy. My grandfather was a smaller Nigerian guy. My grandmother was more shaped like me, but a feminine version. This is more important than you think it is. We'll get into that momentarily, okay? It's not because women are shaped like me. The ideal martial artist is shaped like me in my prime. Now that they put on a little fluff, we'll get into that if we have time. So first of all, my great-grandfather was a very focused, masculine, morally intense king. He was probably about 5'9", 5'10". Wasn't that tall, very strong, okay? He has a picture where he's holding the elephant tusk, a symbol of status, a symbol of kingship. He was the king of Aries called Center. Okay, the biggest village in Igbo land. Okay. Don't really know about his wife, but the evidence, we know them by their works. His daughter wanted to be a nun. Okay, this particular royal dynasty had made a deal with the Catholic Church because the other Igbos were kind of animists, they were witches, they were criminals, and they were fighting with them. So these guys made a deal with the Catholic Church, and they had a very profitable relationship. Now, this might be confusing to some. It's kind of like in Egypt where it's basic trade route activity. What do you have to do to be in charge? And I got to shoot through this because, you know. All right, so basically, his daughter wanted to be a nun. She had to marry his servant who looks like a black Asian guy or something, okay? And he was a very obedient guy, a very serious guy. My great-grandfather was a serious guy. My dad, a brain surgeon. He has two brothers. This guy was a lawyer, graduated top of his class at Santa Clara University, valedictorian, and he was also in UC Berkeley Law, okay? His other brother is a doctor as well, who fought in the Nigerian Civil War, as the story goes, as a child soldier, okay? So my dad's brain surgeon, my mom's National Merit Scholar. Both of his brothers very, very well accomplished. My mother, both her siblings accomplished. One of them's a doctor. One is a scientist that worked on rockets, rocket defense for the government here in America. Okay, so then there's me, right? We look at the lineage. it is ridiculous to think that I'm crazy or I'm stupid or fucking, it's stupid. We see a long line of very serious, sane people. We don't see any crazy people, okay? So then I have two brothers. We all three have degrees. One of my brothers has a degree in IT, many certificates. The other one graduated with a master's in business, okay? It's insane to think that I'm crazy. It is insane to think that I'm wrong. But the main point of this video is the miracle is what occurs is that focused moral intensity from my great-grandfather passed on to my grandfather because he was his servant and he obeyed the Spirit and his wife. And then to my dad, and then it expressed itself as martial arts greatness in me. Okay. It's when you follow that father to servant, okay, to